What's up, and welcome to the Gifted Voice of Nature podcast. My name is Steve from Gifted Official. I got my co-host Angel, a brand consultant and new head grower of G Farms Cultivation. And today's special guest, we got Travion, local hip hop artist, fitness trainer, nutritionist, community, everything, man. Thank you for coming
I
out.
appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate the
Yes,
invite,
sir.
man. For real, for real.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, shit, like we were just talking, you know what I mean? You're doing a lot of stuff right now, nutrition, fitness,
Yeah.
music. How do
Yeah.
just it's pretty dope, man, that you're doing all that,
I appreciate that, man.
sure,
I
but-
appreciate it. I try to do as much as I can. Somebody asked me that question the other day. They was like, "Man, you do a lot, man. Like, how you wear all them hats, man? Like,
Right.
like you always on Instagram. I never see you going to sleep." But like I told him, I'm like, I have an app for that. Like, so a lot of things that people see on Instagram, it's an automated app that I run. But
Here goes
I just
some
try to
free-
stay active, bro. I just try to stay busy and active, man. And just we only live once. You know what I'm
for real.
saying? So I try to do the things that I love and make shit happen. You know what I mean?
Nah, I
So
feel it.
yeah,
Honestly, that's the mentality. You know what I mean? Make shit happen.
yeah, you got
You know what I
to.
mean? Like you said, you're spitting some free game about the, you know what I mean? Everything's an app. You
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I heard
Yeah.
you have like, what, a couple Instagrams, like 3?
I got
More
I
than
like-
that. So I just heard about the 3. And
I
I,
got
was
a
like,
dog Instagram. I
It's a
got a
wrap. Here we
fitness
go.
one, my music Instagram. I got a one that's called Faith Over Everything, where it's like all like positive, messages
dope.
that I put out. I got my daughters on there giving positive messages.
oh, yeah, definitely.
And then I got one for my nutrition where I like cook food and stuff. But
Every,
that right there is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like trying to juggle all that right there, like the
Yeah.
social media, like that's like every single one of them. It's hard because it's like I have to focus on fitness or I got to focus
yeah,
on the
definitely.
studio, and then I'm big on like zodiac signs, like when you were born and all that. So I'm a Scorpio. So most Scorpios mindsets, the ones born closer to like November 17th. You know what I mean? We're go-getters, you know what I mean? Like, so if
Yeah.
I start something, I'm going to go all the way full-fledged with it and, not like just go hard with it, bro. You know what
No,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly.
That's what's up, man. So,
Yeah.
like, are you originally from up here?
Nah. So I'm from Pomona. I'm from Pomona, California, man.
Okay.
But
B-town.
the high desert is my home. So I rep the HD, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I
same.
mean?
I was born in
So-
Pomona, same.
Oh, okay, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dr. Lee.
Yeah, but just came up here like probably 05.
Okay.
Been up here since 05, and you
I came up here. I came up here in like 99, like 99.
Oh,
99.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's been up here for a minute too.
Yeah, so I've been there for a while. So this is
This
Yeah,
home.
this
home.
is home.
You know what I'm saying? So I got
HD.
friends who I grew up with out here that, are my day ones. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
You know what's crazy is I always tell people too. Outcast said it best. It's not where you're from. It's where,
where
you
you
pay
at?
rent.
For real,
You know what I'm
facts,
saying?
real rap.
Yeah.
But this home though, man. You know what I mean? Like I love, you know what I'm saying, the HD. We got so much talent out here that's untapped into.
No, for
far
real.
as music, far as, athletes, far as, podcasters, just even gyms, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, HD is always gonna be, my
Yeah.
home, So
That's
facts.
dope, dog.
Yeah, just like your tattoo, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm all about it,
Yeah.
Fucking local right here. So it's dope to have people come up here and treat it like it's their home. They want to be, it's their
Yeah,
home. You know what I mean?
facts, bro. Oh,
Like
so
you said, there's
you're born and raised here?
Yeah, born and raised.
Okay,
you
for
know what I
sure.
mean?
That's what's
My whole-
up, bro.
My whole dad's side of the family.
Okay, that's dope, bro.
Yeah,
That's
so,
dope.
I mean, I like hearing it. You know what I mean? Makes me all like, yeah,
Nah, this
HD,
is
baby.
bro. This is home, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man. I can be anywhere and I'm here. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I mean? Yeah,
And-
exactly.
And one thing about me, man, is the HD was especially because I stay in feeling. So where I live at, I don't got to worry about my neighbors. I don't got to worry about nothing. You know what I mean?
Big
If I want to,
properties out there,
if
huh?
I want to throw
Yeah,
a
it's
party, I
kinda
can throw
dope
a
out
party.
there.
Yeah, it's you know what I mean? It's cool, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Honestly, that's the plots though. Why would you want to be in a city? You know what I mean? That was always the goal, I think, to get a big property.
Yeah.
Be away, you know what I mean? To
Yeah.
do, like you said, a big party, to
Yeah.
do things and not have to worry about your
having that
neighbors.
privacy.
Honestly.
Exactly.
Almost like
Yeah.
off grid, just kind of away.
Yeah.
That's where that calmness. I mean, because I'm sure you walk out at night and it's no noise.
Nothing, bro.
Just The chirps. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
just dogs
Just
barking.
dog. Oh, there you go.
That's
That's
it.
it. Just goddamn dogs.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Yeah, man. So, shit, here on the Voice of Nature, we're big supporters of the plant. I
Okay.
know you are also. If you
Yes.
want to touch a little bit, kind of like your first experience with cannabis and kind of like your background from it, like
Man,
how
that'd
you
be
got
dope.
into it,
Yeah, that'd be dope. Man, that's a good question too, man.
Yeah.
Man, I started smoking, man, and I'm not saying because I did it, you guys do it. You feel me? But I started smoking at 12, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The first person who got me exposed to marijuana was, a good friend of mine named Michael Cover, rest in peace. Uh, me and him was smoking a joint inside his garage, and I just remember this when Dare was real big. You remember Dare?
Yeah,
Like back
yeah.
in school and stuff. So this was when Dare was big, and I was like, no, bro, Dare, man, like Dare, but I'm 12. He's like, man, you better hit this joint, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, man. So I ended up hitting the joint with him, got high, went home, was eating up everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then, my mom used to give me trees. So she used to give me weed to basically keep me from going out getting bad weed or, going somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. So my mom used to give me trees. My cousin was growing trees. So I've been around it my whole life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, I'm, a big advocate on it. But I will say this, if your priorities is wrong, you know what I mean, and you overdo anything, then
Yeah.
it's gonna be a downfall with it.
Nah, for real, you really have to dial in and like on some responsibility shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because if you're young and you start smoking a lot and start falling off, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Then it might not be for you, or might not be for you yet.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
facts.
so I mean, because there's so many benefits to it, and you kind of find what works for you. Whether
Facts.
it's diving into creativity,
Mm-hmm.
health, you know what I mean, keeping you calm. Some people, are really like high strung. It kind of balances them out. You know,
Facts. Not true though.
but yeah, if you just find out how it works for you and kind of gauge your tolerance, you should be straight. You know.
Not true. Yeah, I
Smoke
agree with that.
responsibly, you know.
Yeah. For
Yeah, there
real.
you go.
they
Smoke
say.
responsibly.
That's
Yeah.
right there, yeah.
There you
Public
go.
service announcement.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Yeah. For with you with cannabis, do you have like favorite strains? Are you kind of like OGs, sativas, candies?
I like OGs, bro.
OGs,
Yeah, I like.
yeah.
I'm an '80s baby, bro.
Nah, I
so,
feel it.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the candies and stuff is cool. You know what I mean? The runs and all the little flavors and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff is cool. But I just like OG, bro. If I
Yeah.
can get some good OG, I'll take that over anything.
Yeah, and it's hard to find.
I know.
Super hard to find.
Yeah, especially now.
It's hard to grow. It's hard to
Yeah.
find. So when you find it, it's from real, like OGs. You like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
let me lock in on
Yeah,
this, or let me
facts.
keep this avenue open or this
Facts.
plug.
Let me get a pack.
because
Yeah, we
for
yeah,
real,
right now.
shit. We're gonna get there, man. We're gonna dial in that OG soon with our new
Okay.
cultivation. But
So what you guys dial in, like more so candies?
right now we're running some LA Purple Pop Rocks, so it's
Okay.
like a really kind of like a gassy candy.
Okay.
But yeah, just because it's one of our first cultivations,
Okay.
so we're kind of taking some baby steps in there, doing our thing. But the OGs are really hard to grow,
Yeah.
so
It's
once we
coming,
get our
though.
skills up and stuff,
Yeah,
dial
it's
everything in, we'll run that. You
Yeah,
know,
it's coming. It's coming.
hell
Yeah,
yeah,
honestly, dealing with environmentals now ourselves, like really deep into the aspect, I could see where the OGs are gonna get like super tricky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just gotta further that knowledge and
Yeah.
I mean, try to
What so basically it's like the environment and everything that makes it
Everything,
tricky as far as
every aspect of it goes into play, from your temperature, your humidity. I mean, to just everything in your room, wherever you got it at, outside temperature.
yeah. One of my boys was telling me that. He was telling me the same thing. He was telling me like even if you got like bad energy when you're growing plants
yeah.
around them, he
Yeah.
was saying like your plants ain't gonna produce.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why we're like really into, like, we got to talk to the plants every
Yeah.
single day. You know, we're there all day, every day, hours on, switching off. Just, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Going in,
Yeah.
showing them love, talk to
Yeah.
them, stimulate them. You know
That's
what I mean?
dope.
Yeah, just showing all that love, that
that's dope.
real, what is it, connoisseur growing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
kind of.
yeah. Shit. So
dope.
like with smoking, I mean, you started smoking at 12. When did you start kind of mixing cannabis with music?
Around 12. I've been rapping since I was like 8, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so music was always like my first like outlet before sports, before anything. It was always music. You know what I mean? So like like 12.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were
dope.
smoking. Were you starting to write your own music and just kind of like?
I wasn't writing music. I was more so just like, 12 freestyling, mimicking
Yeah.
what I seen on TV, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my first talent show I did at 12.
Oh,
Oh,
dope.
Yeah, so I did my first talent show at
Hell
12.
yeah.
Bro. So
And
yeah.
Pomona?
Nah, it was in Lancaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was in
What's up?
Lancaster. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's dope though, man. Shit. So like being with as you're older now and you're growing with cannabis and music, do you feel like cannabis has a big part influenced as far as your music, as far as now like beat making, writing, stuff
Oh yeah,
like that?
yeah, for sure. Especially with just like you were saying earlier, man. Just far as the keeping me calm. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Keeping me in a state where I can deal with multiple people, and you know what I mean. Like music, you're dealing with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So you're dealing with an engineer, you're dealing with a producer, you're dealing with because I just write my music and record and I send everything out, and everybody else they do all the behind the scenes type stuff for me. But I have to deal with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, this is a true story. For instance, right now, me and one of my engineers just got into it. You know what I'm saying? Not really got into it, but we had, a disagreement. You
Difference,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Difference. You know what I'm saying? But that happens. And if I wasn't probably, you know what I mean, high, stoned, you know what I mean, it probably would have went a different way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
true.
the cannabis keeps me calm. It keeps
Yeah.
me, in a state of creativity. And you know what I mean? I like to think before I talk, so the cannabis helps with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Big time. For
Yeah.
sure. Gives you like those couple seconds you kind of need to.
yeah. Yeah,
I'm
cause,
chill, yo.
because you got to think before you talk.
Have to.
You know what I'm saying? You have to.
How is that working with producers with music? Like, kind of you have a vision for a beat or a sound, and it's like trying to transform that idea into that producer. Do you guys sometimes kind of clash, like you were just saying? Just I was looking for this type of sound, and he's pushing this.
Well, far as the production wise, like with the producers, I'm blessed, man. I got some dope producers. I got a producer named Seven. I got a producer named Six John. I got a producer named Hit. And these dudes, they make it's crazy because I call them good producers because as soon as they heard my music, they catered to what the sound that they heard, and they just sending me beats that are basically catered to me. So we're on point with it right now. You know what
So
I'm
they
saying?
already know your style, kind
Exactly.
of what you like. So they're
Exactly.
like, oh, this beat would be dope for Travion. Like,
Exactly.
shoot him that beat. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's what makes a producer good because they're not just sending you something random like, hey, look, this is. They just made it. They want you to use it.
Exactly.
They really felt the vibe and was like,
And like you
This is
get
it.
that more than anything, bro. Like I have producers sending me beats, and then I have to ask them like, bro, did you listen to my music?
no, yeah,
Right.
Like,
100%.
did you
You're
hear
like,
my music? Like, what made you send me this, bro? Like, no, nothing wrong with your beat, but that's just not for me.
No,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So,
Right.
yeah, man, it has to, as far as with the music, everything has to mesh, you know what I mean, properly. You know what I'm saying? And I have a family member named Six. You know what I'm saying? I'm always giving him his flowers, man. It's my older cousin. His name is Six John. He's a Grammy nominee. He's worked with Neo, Shaq, Brian McKnight. The list goes on. So I have him, in my corner. I have him as a mentor. I have him as, a lot. You know what I mean? They help me with this music stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that. You know what
That's
I mean?
dope.
Because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
music is tricky, bro. A lot of people they get over you. You know what I mean? With this music industry, it's
Yeah.
all sharks, man. You know what I mean?
Nah,
It's
I
all
feel it.
sharks, bro.
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like you have this like dope, like conscious positivity
Yeah.
type of vibe to your flow, like with the dope delivery. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate
Like
that, bro.
I see that, I feel it. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
that,
And
man.
I haven't heard all your music or a lot of it, but I mean, from what I've heard,
Yeah.
I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of music out right now that's just it's like this younger style. It's kind of negative. You know what I
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
mean? And seeing people kind of still vibing and making good music on a positive note is super dope to see
Yeah.
and hear also,
That's dope, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yes.
I love making I call it soul music, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I try to
Yeah.
make something that I know it's gonna help the next person. Somebody can, hear that and be like, oh, I can resonate with that. You know what I mean? I've been through that, I was rapping before I got into fitness, and that's what made me stop rapping was just the you know what I mean, the BS people was putting out, bro. Like I had no creativity. Then it went to just shoot 'em up, kill, and I'm this, I'm that.
Yeah.
And, you know, that wasn't, you know, what I was, you know what I mean, trying to be a part of. Even though I could have stayed in my lane, it just, I was like, you know what, I'm done with music. So I washed my hands with it, man. And now this is, last year was my first year back after like, probably like 11 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you just dove back into
Yeah,
music?
just all the way, man.
that's
I
what's
dove
up.
all the way back into it, man. So I had a job, everything, man. I quit my job, all that,
Just
bro.
going hard,
I'm
100% with the
going
music?
hard, bro.
Lit.
That's what's
Hard,
up.
bro. You know, you got to
like-
believe in yourself, man. Like, you know, I'm getting a lot of backlash from it, you know what I'm saying? But I believe in myself, man. You know, like I believe in myself so much, you feel me? And like I said, I'm super spiritual, bro. So, you know, I really believe, you know, the things we speak, you know what I mean? The things we write down, the things that we can manifest can happen.
Affirmations,
Exactly.
all that.
Yeah, so that's what I do every day, man. Just, you know what I mean, stay on my dean, you know, talk, you know what I mean, talk to the creator, you know what I mean, and just, you know, do what I'm supposed to do.
All in.
Yeah, all in.
man.
And then, too, treat people the way that I want to be treated, bro. Like, that's something I had to learn going on my journey. You know what I'm saying? You got to treat everybody, you know what I mean, with the same respect, the same kindness, the same love, you know what I mean, that you know what I mean, want, you know? And before I used to just, you know, think that I'm supposed to receive that and not give it back, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm big on, like, checking on my homies. Last night I was in the studio till, 4 in the morning with some of my little homies.
Damn, just grinding it
Just
out,
for
recording.
for free, bro. You know what I
Nice.
mean? Just because, you know, I got a big heart and, you know, I believe in them, you know what I mean? And you got to help people to get to where you trying to get to, you know what I'm saying? So,
Nah, for real.
yeah.
Do you find like any musically? Do you find any inspiration from any new or older artists? Like, is there anybody like you kind of like feel their vibe and not biting or like, you know, but just inspiration? You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
all have that with certain things.
Man, who like inspires me the most, bro, like is Nipsey Hussle, man.
Nipsey, yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? He inspires me the most, bro. Nipsey Hussle. There's an up and coming artist named La Russell. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's from the Bay. He's basically just did what Nipsey did. It's called like a power to play move, where he had like Kyrie Irving gave him 11,000 for his album.
Really?
For an album, gave him 11,000. I think Shaq, or was it Shaq? It was somebody else gave him like 2,000 for it. He got like another 1,500 for it. So, you know, dudes like that who are, you know, showing that you can be independent and still make money doing this music, those are the people who I like, you know, look up to, bro. And then too, they're making good music. They're not putting out no BS, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
That's
dope.
dope.
Yeah.
11 years ago, it wasn't your time. You know what I mean? Now
Nah.
it seems like it's going to be.
It wasn't, bro. You know, I was a hothead. I was, you know, I was still in the streets. It wasn't, bro. I would have been in too many predicaments, and that's why I think fitness came into my life, because fitness brought so much discipline, bro. Like, you know, with dieting and just, you know, stop drinking, stop smoking, just, you know, during that whole period of time, like I was locked in, man. I was officially bodybuilder, bro. I lost friends. I lost relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, no, I can't eat this. No, I can't go over here. No, I can't do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just put myself in a box, bro. And
Yeah, people start to look at you sideways sometimes, like when you're disciplined and you're locked in what you're trying to do, you know, oh, you're not trying to come drink with us. You're not trying to, you know, go have on this whole pizza with me or whatever, like stuff like that. You know, they look at you sideways like, you know what I mean? And it's like, bro, I'm just dialed in. I'm locked in. I'm trying to do something.
Facts.
And it's like, you know, don't get in my way. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Either come with or watch out.
Facts.
You know?
And it shows you who's really for you, though.
No, for
It
real.
shows you who's really for you and the people who's not for you. Because all those people I lost, they're not in my life still. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and the ones that stayed are the ones who were supposed to be in my life. And I'm thankful for them. You know what I mean? But I did lose a lot of people, man, like when I got locked in. But fitness taught me so much, man. It taught me, you know, how to be a good coach, how to be a good listener, how to be everything, you know what I mean? Because you have to, like, really dial in and, like, love yourself.
It's discipline.
Like, yeah, like, really love yourself.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that.
So, like, I tell people, too, like, my homies be asking me, like, bro, you know, a lot of them dudes in the gym, they be meatheads, they be all rude. I'm like, nah, bro, you gotta understand, like, everybody has different, you know, things that they're fighting. Everybody's fighting something, bro. You know what I'm saying? And most people in the gym, whether they want to, claim it or not, we're in there not to look good. We're in there more for mental health, you know what I mean, wise, and you know what I mean, like to get stuff, off instead of going to go hurt somebody or doing something stupid. Like that's why I go to the gym, and like that's why I started. You know what I mean? The gym was, I went through a breakup and I was lost. I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And the guy she left me for was in shape. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
I'm gonna get in better shape.
I'm about to get in shape
Beast
right
mode,
now.
you know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
time
Activated.
to go, man. So
Get
that's
this
what I
8-pack.
did. Yeah, facts, bro.
Either way,
Facts.
though, it sounds like everything was meant for you to be right where you're at right now. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Just because, all the overcomeness from way down to now.
Yeah,
I mean, the
and
gym.
I believe that.
With the gym, it's crazy, man, because I go to the gym probably like 6 days out of the week. And I
Dang.
mean, I get it in, do a little cardio, some weights. I'm not a crazy bodybuilder, but if I don't go, my shit's just off.
Yeah.
If I wake up late, I don't go. Like things feel slow, sluggish. Like
Out of
when I
whack.
go at 5 a.m., knock it out, come home ready for the day, hit the grow, do deliveries, run the brand, design, do whatever. Like you're just locked in.
Feel better.
If you like sleep in and you don't go, everything's just off. You're like, oh. The whole day is like a wrap. Like
Facts.
just, you know what I mean? It goes down to your diet.
Facts.
Oh, I didn't go to the gym. I might as well just eat this burger or
Facts.
whatever,
Facts.
It's just like an
Declining.
effect. It just goes down.
Yeah, that's
but when
true.
you're on, you're on. You know
That's
what
true.
I mean? And it's weird. It's so I'm like, even if I don't have the best workout, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just I'm gonna go and do what I can if I'm tired or whatever. And I know once towards the end of that workout, I'm gonna feel better just because I know I went.
Facts.
You know?
Facts. And most of the time, those workouts you don't want to do be the best workouts.
Yeah, true. Especially the
work-
rushed ones.
the
Where you're like,
rushed
I got 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You be like, damn, I feel more of a pump than I've
Yeah.
been here for
Like,
2
man,
hours.
damn. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to go after I got this good pump, quick little 45-minute pump. You
Yeah.
be mad too. Like, man, I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Come in here, then you come in there, you get a good pump, and then it's time to go. Man, that'd be the worst, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to go, but I got a good one. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Like, ready to get it.
Do you smoke pre or post workout? Ever?
I smoke a lot, bro.
like
to be
before gym
He's
or
like,
after
shit,
gym?
I'll have one with
Yeah,
you. You know
bro.
what I mean?
I smoke a lot, bro.
Hell
I
yeah.
smoke a lot. Like when I say I smoke woods, bro. So I be,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I smoke a lot, bro. That's why, like right now, I was wondering if I can, in a minute, get some water or something. 'Cause I got cotton
Oh,
mouth.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just, because I blew a wood before I came over here. But shit, man, like no cap, I probably smoke like, and this ain't even no exaggeration. Like I said, just because I do it don't mean you do it. You feel me? But I probably smoke like 10 to 15 blunts a day, bro.
10 to 15 blunts a day. Damn, it's like
bro.
Angel over here.
No, yeah. I mean, you know, I cut it back, but yeah, no, I feel it. I feel it. I had a.
Really? That's what's up though. Shit.
So I wake up. That's the first thing I do when I wake up, bro. You know what I mean?
What are we talking? Like 2 gram blunts?
Probably so. Probably like 2 grams.
Yeah, of course.
Cool, thank you.
Shout out Sabrina.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's, you know what I mean? It's just kind of part of the, like now I kind of do it just because it's like, I cut it back, but you wake up, you want to, you know what I mean? Stimulate, get ready for the day,
Yeah.
going to the gym. Just, it's a busy day. So let me start it with something that's going to kind of help me
Yeah.
get in that zone. You know what I mean?
Well, for me now, because I'm back in the studio and I'm back doing music, if I was back working and all that, it'd probably be down to probably like 4 to 5
Oh, okay.
if I was working. But I'm in the studio all day. You know what I'm saying? So I got people coming over, rolling up weed. I got people pulling up with weed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn.
It's the best and the worst because you just get done.
Exactly.
And how he pulls up, you're like, fuck, all right, yeah.
Exactly.
Roll it up, dog. Come on, let's go.
That's how it was last night. They just kept rolling and rolling. I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna stop, bro. Like, what the hell?
Honestly, like when we have functions, that's me. Like I'll sit there and I'll throw one out there, roll it, boom, everybody has it. Roll another one, throw it out there. Get one a little personal while I'm rolling another one, just so that way everybody's vibing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope though.
30 minutes later, I'm like, "Hey, another one, let's get it. You know what I mean? Hey, gifted, where's the
getting
pre rolls
lit.
at? You know what I mean? Start handing out pre rolls to everybody.
Now them pre-rolls is fire, man. I didn't, like I said before the cameras came on, man, I want to thank you again, man, for that the pre-rolls.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all that,
for
bro.
sure.
So I appreciate you guys.
For sure.
So that's love, man.
So you feel like locking in a studio session, locking in for a gym session, you see it's kind of similar? Like, do you smoke, lock in for studio, smoke, lock in for gym?
Oh yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
So
kind of dial in.
I used to pull up and smoke inside the the gym parking lot, but then Jake and them made the video talking about, oh, we
People
don't want the
smelling like
weed
weed?
and all
Yeah,
that. So
I
I,
saw
I
it.
respect Jake. That's my dog. So
Yeah.
now I just blow on the way over there. You know what I'm saying? I still might smell like when I go inside, but I'm blowing on the way over there. Then
I feel
same thing before I write a song. You know what I mean? Or even put a beat on. Got the the blunt rolled, and it's like a tradition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with the gym and, the studio's a tradition. Got to have my trees, and, some people, might say, oh, you don't need trees to be, creative or whatever. But for me, I do. I feel
I hear
like,
that sometimes.
yeah, I feel like it just unlocks,
Yeah.
something.
Do what works for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Everybody's
saying?
different. You know what I mean? Like,
If you could record a dope track, write a dope song in the booth without it, cool. But for me, like, I like to be locked in. You're more
Exactly.
creative. You're more like in tune with the beat. You know
Facts,
what I'm saying? And
facts.
shit just makes it all better.
Same thing with Lil Wayne. When he was drinking all that syrup, he was making the greatest music ever, bro. He was making
dropping
the
them.
greatest. He was
Dropping
making
bangers.
some crazy stuff, bro. And then he got off of it, and he was still making good music, but it
Yeah.
wasn't that Wayne. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, and I'm not, justifying that. I'm just saying, like, weed is, for me, it makes the whole process just easier. You know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
far as being creative, writing, just being in that setting. You know what I'm saying? So for
But
me,
it comes down to you being an artist. You know
That
what I'm
part.
saying? So like you want to be the best, most creative artist you can be.
That
and
part.
Sometimes you use some enhancers. Back to
Yeah.
like Jimi Hendrix and
Yeah.
LSD and the Beatles. Like they made some dope music,
dope music, bro.
on psychedelics.
Yeah.
So
And I mess
like,
with psychedelics too. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
hell
So
yeah.
I be doing the shrooms. I've done DMT. Yeah, man.
Really?
So, yeah.
You record or write music on that before? Or
Shrooms, the DMT, because the DMT, you
it's
you
a quick,
sleep.
heavy,
Yeah, it's like that's what like changed my life too, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, far as I feel like the DMT took like a lot of like anger and rage out of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like it like strips your pride. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know, it's crazy, bro. Like I did that, 2000, I say like 2014, 2013. I was living in Long Beach, and I had a buddy named Careless, and he was like super big on, shrooms and DMT, and
right.
I used to think the dude was a weirdo. Like, this dude is weird. Bro. He's a super weirdo, you know what I mean? But he was just ahead of his time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I tried DMT with him, man, and I was out on DMT for like 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. Like 20 minutes, bro.
Shit, just in the
And, like,
zone.
he even told me, he was like, bro, I never seen nobody be out for 20 minutes that long and blah, 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 this and all that. And I was just like, man, it was a crazy experience. I don't remember all of it, but I remember some of it. But just, the whole wake up afterwards, like when I woke up, I felt like everything was stripped from me, bro. Like I felt so light. Like it was weird. Like I didn't feel like myself, you know what I mean, for a long time, for months and months and months. And then, I guess it was just a transition in like taking me to a higher self of myself, or whatever you want to call it, if you believe in that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it was a trip, bro. It was
I
a
always
trip.
hear people like having these positive experiences with them. Like they come out having a different perspective on life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like beneficially in a positive way.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you use it like, you tried it. You're like, I can control this. I'm going to try it with the homie,
Yeah.
But a lot of us are probably like, I'm scared. I don't want to try it, but it could be so beneficial to them, So when you, when it's starting to elevate in research and everything and it's starting to come out more, they're starting to have these guided trips to where you can like almost go to a therapy session, to a facility where there's rooms, and you'd be like, hey, I want to pay for a DMT session and have what they call a trip guide. And it's like a therapy, you know what I mean? So one 20-minute DMT, 15-minute trip can be the same as 10 years of therapy.
Exactly, bro.
And be done.
That's true.
And
That's deep.
switch it up on you.
That's
it
deep.
really can.
That's real
But
deep.
like big pharma doesn't want that.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like because all medications will be out the window. And it's just crazy the way things work. But
Until
hopefully
they
we
can't
can
market
get
it.
around to that time,
Big pharma can't what's the word, patent it. They can't
Right,
patent.
exactly.
So, But like, yeah, you know, nature has everything we need, bro.
Yeah.
Everything under the sun can heal us, bro.
So crazy too that it's like illegal to patent like natural plants
yeah,
and stuff like that.
Shit's
You know,
crazy.
they don't like that shit. You know,
but that's for a reason because they know why. You know what I'm saying?
there's no money in it.
Yeah, it's money, but they know that it can heal you, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like there's so many herbs, man, on this earth that can reverse things. You know what I mean? In your body that can, do so much, healing for the body, bro. Even like I tell people, just doing a parasite cleanse. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even know about that. Like parasites run your body. You know what I'm saying? Your gut health. If you're tired, you're sluggish. If 9 out of 10 times, probably parasites. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I tell people that, man, like, it's so big to take care of your temple, man, because, like, God made everything, unisac. It's like, not unisac. It's all supposed to flow together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the plants with us. You know what I'm saying? The plants give us oxygen. You know what I mean? We give the plants oxygen. You know what I'm saying? It's just nature. You know what I'm saying? And me, I don't take medicine. I don't take aspirin. I don't take Advil. I don't take nothing, bro. You know what I mean? I take all natural herbs. You know what I mean? And if it's not natural, I'm not taking it. I don't even use fluoride toothpaste. I don't even brush my teeth with fluoride toothpaste. I don't eat meat. I don't do a lot of things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because once I started moving in this light, just everything changed, bro. The people started coming around were different. Doors started opening, and it's like we really are what we eat. You know what I'm saying? And
For real.
nah, facts, like facts, bro. So I tell people do parasite cleanse. You know, I'm not saying stop eating meat. I'm not saying stop doing this, but find balance. Find balance in whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? If you're eating a lot of meat, you know what I'm saying, make sure you're eating a lot of fiber to push that meat through. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're eating a lot of, fruits and, try to eat lean meats. You know what I'm saying? If you're eating a lot of meat, turkey and, good bison and, stuff like that. But average person can't afford that. You know what I'm saying? So they're eating BS. You know what I mean? Then processed foods, that shit runs.
Nah, that
shit
shit's
runs the
crazy.
world. You know,
It's crazy when you start to like understand how processed foods work and how everything on the shelf turns to sugar. And it's not really the animal fats; it's the sugar that's bad for us. Everything pasta is sugar. You look down the aisles in grocery stores, and you're like, obviously the cereal and granola bar aisle, that shit's trash. Like, you're like, okay, these fucking oatmeals, everything. You're like, what the fuck are we supposed to eat, bro? Like,
real.
fuck everything in this whole store. Like, maybe the meat deli area, the fruit, even the fruits are fucking bad. Like, apples this big. Like, bro, come on, that's not a real apple. You know,
that's
you get a
facts.
bag of
GMO.
organic apples, they're like smaller than a tennis ball.
Facts,
And
bro.
but it's hard to find it. There's all these codes and numbers and pesticides on our fruits. It's like,
And like you said, it's hard to afford. You know what I mean? Average household.
Yeah,
Getting
it
everything
is.
organic and
It is,
I mean,
bro.
really trying to check. It's like, damn.
It is.
even with meats now, like I eat a lot of meats. I'm not saying I'm like super carnivore, but like I eat a lot of just like meats and fats like that. But like I've even find myself like at fifth gen, like going to the butchery because I can't even trust the meat sometimes in like Stater Brothers. I'm like,
Facts,
is this
bro.
glued together? Is
Facts.
this real meat, bro?
Facts,
Like
bro.
what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like
It's scary, man.
Yeah.
It's real scary, bro. You know, they trying to do something to the people. You know what I'm
Something,
saying?
man.
And it starts with food. You know what I mean? That's that's the number one consuming. We all need food to, survive. You know what I mean? So you just got to be careful, man. You know, I tell people, man, like, even being vegan or being plant based, that's not necessarily always healthy too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're a vegan, right?
I'm bro, I'm like a vegan vegetarian.
Okay.
I just don't eat meat.
Right.
I just
okay.
don't eat meat, and then I try to limit myself on dairy. You know what I mean?
But you
I
cheese, stuff like
yeah,
that.
so I might try to like do dairy like twice out the month, once out
Okay.
the month, something like that. You know,
But that works for you. You feel good on that style of diet.
Yeah, man, I feel great. Far as with the gym wise, like I feel good. I'm not getting like crazy gains. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But far as like my health wise,
Energy-wise,
and all,
yeah.
man, I feel great, bro. I feel amazing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do it now. Because I'm trying to have longevity, man. Then I got 2 daughters who I'm trying to be here for. I got kids who I coach football. I'm trying to be here for. So
Right.
and if I can lead the way by example, you know what I'm saying, for, all my, family members, my athletes, and just show them like, hey, you can do it this way. You know what I mean? Then, I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, just my opinion, like I said, I don't knock nobody who eats meat or nothing like that, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, you're putting something dead into your body that doesn't have no nutrients. There's nothing there. It's just sitting in your stomach. And then certain proteins take, some take 2 weeks to digest. Some take 42 hours to 48 hours to digest. It just depends on the meat that you're eating. So, but at the end of the day, none of that has, I'm not going to say it doesn't have no nutrients, but it doesn't have, the good nutrients you can get from some beans and, you know what I mean, some asparagus and a watermelon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, some pumpkin seeds. You know what I'm saying? People always ask me, bro, how do you get your protein? Pumpkin seeds.
I just heard about
more
that.
More protein than meat.
So much protein in pumpkin seeds.
Have more protein.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. So,
you do any kind of fasting?
Yeah, I fast a lot too. Like today, I haven't even ate at all today. So I fast a lot, bro. I believe in that, man. I believe in, fasting will get rid of, all the bad dead cells in your body, rejuvenate, good ones. You know what I mean? And then two is just, it's good to give your organs time to rest. Your organs are always moving, they're always working. You know what I mean? From the food, from the things we put in our body. So it's cool to let your your body rest and do what it needs to do so it can heal itself. So you can keep going.
I try to do like a 18 or 24-hour fast at least once a week.
Okay, that's good.
You know what I mean?
That's
at least,
good,
and then try to like do like a maybe like eat like once a day, big all my sources of proteins that I need, and then just around the clock eat at the same time again.
Okay, yeah.
But I've seen all these benefits on 72-hour fast, and I'm just like, I can't get to the 72-hour fast, bro.
You can do it, bro.
It's so hard, you know what I mean?
It's
like
mental,
24
bro.
hours is hard by itself.
It's mental.
But it is mental, and I know I can do it, and I got to try it.
You can do it.
When I did the 24, I was coming like, you like don't eat. You're used to eating at a certain time. So at that time, you start to get cranky, a little angry. But it's weird because when I hit like 18 hours, 20 hours, I forgot I was driving somewhere, probably drop off an order somewhere. But I was on the road and I just had this I don't want to say enlightenment, but I was like fucking high. Like if I smoked in a way. Everything was brighter. I was just like, what the fuck? What's going on? Am I like delusional because I haven't ate? What the fuck? You know what I mean? But when I researched it, it was saying like that's a part of it. Like you'll feel this like overwhelming energy hit your body, your cells rejuvenate, and you kind of your body just kicks in. You know, and I was like, oh shit. So the rest of the night, kind of like, I got hungry later in the night, just knocked out early. And boom, hit the 24.
Yeah. It works, bro. Like the longest water fast I did, I think it was 72 hours. I think it was 72 hours. And then I went into a juice fast. And then from the juice fast, I went into like some solid foods, probably like 2 days later. But yeah, man, I fast all the time, bro. Like I stay fasting, bro. Like I tell my parents that, you know what I mean? Fasting is super, super beneficial, bro.
Yeah.
But most people can't do it. Oh, man, I need to eat. Oh, my stomach hurts. And like I tell people, when you feel that urge that people think that it's a hunger feeling or hunger, that's not hunger. That's your body basically breaking down and getting rid of everything that it needs to get rid of. And people just ain't used to it. And the average person, like, they're eating, 3 to 4 times a day. You know what I'm saying?
Snacks in between.
Yeah, and, to be honest, bro, like, that's why they're sluggish. That's why they're tired. That's why they, feel a certain way. Even with the young, all these young girls, because I have 2 daughters, bro. When you look at all these young girls and how they're just developing so fast, and it's from the hormones in the meat, you know what I'm saying? And just the foods that they're eating, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, bro. And a lot of people, just feed their kids whatever and give them an iPad and, as long as they got an iPad and they got some McDonald's, but they're not realizing all that's going to play a big role in, your kid's attitude, your kid's future in general. You know what I'm saying? Like nutrition and, mental health goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? I tell people that if you're eating a bad diet and you're wondering why you're having a bad day, you're wondering why you're having an attitude, you're wondering why it is, it's from the stuff that you're consuming. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to me again. It's just my opinion. When you slaughter animals, that animal goes into a state. You feel me? A state of fear, a state of whatever it goes into when you're ingesting that in your body. You know what I'm saying? Plants are alive. You know what I mean? Plants are alive, bro.
Living.
So they're living. You know what I mean? Just like us. You know what I mean? We need the sun. The plants need the sun. You know, so you know, why not put, you know, the proper things in your body? You know, and we're not carnivores. You know, carnivores intestines are like this. Our intestines
Different makeup, yeah.
are, you know, for a whole different reason. We chew like this, they chew like this. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying that to change nobody. I'm just giving y'all free game.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it. It's just
your knowledge, you know what I
just
mean?
free game. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
But it comes back to like the primal state. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like back in the day, like men went out, hunter gatherers, you know what I'm saying? They're walking around the woods all day, hunting, running, whatever, and come home and eat dinner one time a day. You know, they're not eating 4 times a day, snacks in between, under like artificial lights. They're in the
Facts.
sun, fresh air. You know, sometimes when you're not feeling well, or you're not up to par, or you just feel sluggish, like, you know, you just might just need some fresh air and some sun. You know,
Go
sit
ground
out there,
outside.
sun gaze for a little while, whatever, and you be like rejuvenated, you know?
True.
And
Facts.
like we're
man.
taught to like not be in the sun and, you know, wear suntan lotion and do all this stuff. Like it's just blocking the UV rays, what we need.
Facts, bro.
You know,
I
and a lot of
agree.
us like sunglasses. Like I don't stare at the sun, but like I try to get bright light as early as I can.
I stare at it.
Early in the morning, you know what I mean? I try to like glance at it a little bit, but just I
stare
feel
at
like
it,
it
bro.
makes me it makes a difference
I'll
for
be
me.
looking at it just like this. Just like
Yeah,
this.
get
Smoking,
them
bro.
rays coming in.
And bro, I feel it, bro. I can
Yeah,
have a
you
bad
do.
day and I go outside and I ground, you know, socks off, feet on the ground.
Oh yeah, that's just hella dope
And,
too.
you know, I'll just look at the sun, bro, and man, I'm a whole new person, bro. You know what I'm saying?
real.
Even hugging trees. I don't know if y'all heard about that. If you hug a tree, like a tree will give you positive energy back, bro. Like I
be
promise
hugging
you, bro.
trees, dog.
You know what I mean?
That's
Even
dope.
dogs. Dogs take on a lot of, you know, owners, you know, trauma and, you know, bad energy. Even cats too. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's deep, bro. We can get real
Yeah,
deep. You
nah,
know what
I
I'm saying?
feel
We can
it.
get real deep. Yeah.
Shit, but I know you're big on the herbs too, because I mean, like when we had to cancel the last pod, you know,
Yeah.
you were like, get on the nettle leaves, and
Yeah.
I run that with some, what is it, with some ginger.
Ginger.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, I was like, because I be doing the ginger, cinnamon, turmeric,
Okay.
stuff like that, you know, but the nettle, like, that shit was cool.
Yeah.
I went and grabbed that from Sprouts, ran
Yeah.
that. I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wasn't like crazy right away, but overnight, next day, had a
Mm-hmm.
few cups. I'm like, oh, yeah, kind of settled everything out.
Yeah, because nettle leaf, man, it's a antioxidant. It's good for your organs. You know what I'm saying? It's good for your immune system. I take it every day. So I drink a lot of teas. So I drink tea a lot, man. So I drink a lot of like nettle leaf tea, burdock root tea, cilantro tea. Cilantro is real good, bro. I tell people that cilantro tea, because cilantro removes all the heavy metals from your body. You know what I'm saying? It's from like people who got the jab, you know, the shot and all that. Cilantro tea can like really remove heavy metals out your body.
Oregano, too,
Yeah,
right?
yep, yeah. You know, oil of oregano is more so like that's more like what's the word? Antibiotic. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So that's gonna get rid of like, you know, flus and, you know what I mean, germs in your body, parasites too. It gets rid of parasites. So yeah, that's a good one. You know what I mean? A super good one, bro. I don't take that every day because it dehydrates you, and I smoke a lot. You know, smoking weed dehydrates you too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't take that a lot, but I do take it if I'm feeling down or something. I know, you know, okay, let me go take 2 pills of this, you know, oil of oregano, and I'll be good, bro. You know what I'm saying? The next
That's
day,
dope.
I'll be good, bro. Yeah.
With fasting, when you do like a fast, do you do salts for electrolytes, like any kind of raw salts,
Sometimes, but when I fast, bro, I don't.
straight water?
Straight water, bro.
Just
Straight
water.
water, and then, like I said, I break it with juice. You know what I'm saying? With like a watermelon juice and like a cucumber juice or something, because you know our body, water really doesn't. Water doesn't hydrate us like that. You know what I'm saying? It gives us that sense of, you know, I'm putting something inside my body. But what hydrates us is fruit. It's called H3O2. And that comes from like fruit and certain vegetables that are high content in waters. So that's what hydrates the body. There's some people who I follow, like some people who I look up to in the, the conscious, herb community. There's a gentleman, I think he's probably like 90 something. He doesn't even drink water, juice. He gets all his, liquids from his fruit. You know what I mean?
I
Because
saw Kevin Gates talking about he does a dry fast.
yeah,
Like I think he said something crazy, like 14 or 21 day dry. I was like, no way, there's no way.
yeah.
But
I
I
probably,
mean,
man, with Kevin Gates, I believe he's deep, bro.
yeah, he's
That
deep
dude's
on that.
bro. But I did a 2-day dry fast.
Really?
Yeah, 2
Like,
days.
how did you feel with that? Like,
The first day was rough, bro. But like you said, that second day is like that burst of energy.
yeah,
Everything is clear. I feel good. My thinking is on point. Like, but then you do get another like spurt of like tiredness again. But then it comes back up. It's weird. It's like a up and down effect. You know what I'm saying? But fasting is like super dope, bro.
I feel like we can really use it as a tool. You know what I mean? Because even nowadays, like, if I get sick or something, I'm like, just hit it with a fast. Hit it with an 18-hour fast, 24 or something, And I really feel that it reverses it. Not even just like sick, like a flu sick, more like if your body's sore, your joints are sore, like it really rejuvenates everything. That's why I'm like, want to really try the 72 because, a lot of people are doing like stem cell stuff and TJ, Mexico or whatever. They were saying that a 72-hour fast has the same benefits of doing like a $5,000 to $7,000 stem cell procedure.
I believe it, bro. I believe
and I'm
it.
like, damn, that's crazy.
I believe it, bro. On me, I believe it, man. I feel so good after my fasts, bro. Like, even right now, like I said, when I leave here, I'm going to the gym, and I haven't even ate. I have the best workouts like that, bro.
On a fasted like that.
Fasted workout, bro. And then your body releases natural growth hormone, you know what I mean? Way more, you know what I'm saying, when you don't have, nothing in your body, you know what I'm saying, fasted. So even when I was competing and I was eating meat and I was doing all that, I still worked out fasted. You know what I mean? So I've been doing the fasted workout the whole time I've been, on my fitness journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because how it is. You go in the gym, you get a good pump, whatever, and then you do like a fast. And I feel like, man, I'm gonna feel depleted, like
That's what
all
everybody
week,
think,
like because you did this fast, but it's weird because it's reversed. You'd be like, more full, kind of
pump
like
crazy.
yeah,
Veins popping out.
Yeah.
Feeling good. You know
I'm
what
like, I
I'm
didn't even
saying?
eat nothing.
Yeah, man. And it goes back to, the fitness, man. The fitness world is crazy, bro. Like, I love, my fitness people, but it's just people just listen to people, bro, without doing their own homework, without doing their own knowledge. And, it's just sad, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all that gym bro science and stuff, man. It's sad, bro. You know what I mean? I just wish more people in the fitness community, far as that, that do stuff, far as like steroids and stuff like that. And, just really understand what you're doing to yourself, understand what you put in your body. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just saying understand the things that you're putting into your body. You know what I'm saying? Because you're altering your body. We're made a certain way. Like I told him before, we started the podcast, I did steroids, you know what I'm saying? But I was competing, and that's not to justify it, but if I can go back and do it all over, I would do it natural. You know what I'm saying? And I told him I have a cousin, salute my cousin Tim, man. We started together. I started probably 2 years before him, but he started with me, and he stayed natural. You know what I'm saying? And he's a beast right now. You feel me?
Really?
A beast, bro. A beast. You know what I'm saying? Probably 215, bench pressing 315, squatting. He's doing numbers, and he's 46.
All natural.
All natural. 46. Like
They
natural.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And they have like I don't know, like natural competitions, right? Where you have to be like all
natural.
completely natural.
Yeah, and I wish I would have did that. My cousin did that. Like I said, it's that Scorpio mindset, man. I started bodybuilding, and I'm like, oh, that's the biggest dude in the gym. I'm about to go talk to him. Start talking to him. He's like, bro, you got to do this. I'm like, where is that?
Yeah, I got
Where
you.
is that? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he gave me my first shot in the car.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
In the car,
Lit.
bro.
Said, ready? Let's get it.
Yeah, he like, man, you sure you want to do this? He's like, this the dark side. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm ready to go to the dark side, man.
That's
You
like
know what I
Jake
mean?
from Royal Talk. You want to talk to the devil?
For real. For real, bro. But like I said, if you do it responsibly, because I do know bodybuilders who do, you know, everything responsibly as far as getting their blood work done. They're on a proper diet. You know, they're running minimal, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all you need is minimal. But, you know, the average dude, they get on it, they're like, oh, you know, I took this much. Maybe if I add another 0.5 or if I add another ml, you know what I mean? I'm going to be, you know, it don't work like
and
that.
they get carried away with it. Then
away.
it gets to be too much. And then now it's like, not an addiction, but like you're
An addiction.
overdoing it. You're overdoing it, you know?
I was addicted. I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, even when I found out about my health, I was like, man, I don't want people thinking I'm small. I don't want people thinking this.
Yeah.
You know, I worked so hard for this. Woo-doo-doo-woo-woo. So I fell back from the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because I just stopped everything. You know what I mean? Then, like, when you just get off of everything, you go through that, like, depression state. You feel me? Where, like, you depressed and, you know what I mean? Your testosterone levels have to go back to normalizing. And who knows how long that takes depending on the person. You know what I'm saying? And I went through all that, bro. You feel me? Like, left the gym, and, you know, even when I went back to the gym, it was hard to work out, bro, because I'm used to those pumps, bro. I was used to those, you know, crazy pumps, and people was coming up to me like, bro, what's wrong with you, bro? Are you sick? Or something wrong with you, bro? You were just looking good. You were just on stage. And I'm like, nah, man.
Are you just warming up with these one plates out here?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was a beast, bro. Like, I was, bro. But like I said, going fast about it, as fast as you get it, as fast as that shit gonna go, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You think you coming like like being a naturalist kind of with stuff like that, you think that started to play into your music? Like you just being more positive and, you know,
sure.
kind of like spreading the message a little bit like that?
For sure.
Because do you
I believe
speak
that.
on health and fitness kind of in your music sometimes?
Not really, but
Maybe like herbal, like natural
herbs and stuff.
like
Yeah,
that,
like
yeah.
so. If you follow me on my page, then you're gonna be like, okay, I know this dude does this, this, and this, because I talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Nipsey Hussle is, you know, that's like my role model with this music, and you know, he was very conscious. He was getting on his vegan stuff, you know what I mean, before he passed away. He was working on the Dr. Sebi, you know what I mean, documentary, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's people like that, bro, you know, and far as like, you know, the music, man, like, I feel like with the eating healthy and just being on point and just, you know, having as much energy that I have and the things that I'm doing is going to give me longevity, you know, being able to do shows and doing tours and, you know, because I see these dudes, they in the studios drinking all night, doing all type of stuff, you know what I mean? And that's going to stunt you from reaching your potential, you know what I'm saying? So,
real quick with going back to music. So I remember back in the day, freestyles, like were like real freestyles, right? I just want to ask because you're in the music game right now. So I don't know if you're around ciphers or stuff like that. Like I remember hearing freestyles back in the day. I mean, people probably evolved and probably got better, but like, did freestyle lose its like concept? Like people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna bust a freestyle." Like, bro, that's written.
yeah.
That's all written. Like, is that what freestyles are now? Like a written verse? Like, just I got a random verse and that's my freestyle. Because I hear like these ciphers sometimes. I'm like, that's not a freestyle, true freestyle, bro. That's like just a written verse. You know. So like, is there real still freestylers like
it's
that?
real still freestylers out there.
You know, because it's not gonna sound perfect and it's gonna get stumbled and like, you know, I kind of have more respect for like a true freestyle like that than I do like you just spitting a verse that you don't have on a track. You know, like that's like just spit verses. Cool. Like we all spit a verse. That's dope. Like that's a cipher. Kind of like we're all gonna share verses, but don't label it like I'm gonna bust a freestyle and it's all off and this is all off the dome, but it's all written, bro. Like it just sounds way too good to be a freestyle, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot of people do that, bro. A lot of people would say, hey, I'm about to, you know what I mean, do a freestyle. And, you know, they want to, you know, really, it's a written, you know what I'm saying, some stuff they probably didn't put out. Even some rappers are going to multiple different, podcasts, radio stations and saying the same exact, you know, freestyle. And it's the same exact one they did last week, the one they did last month, you know what I'm saying?
I remember listening to like Sway and Tech, the Makeup Show, Roll Call, and like Power 106, shit like that. Fools busting like real hard, raw freestyles. You know? Like
that's
Common,
classic.
like back in
That's classic,
yeah,
man.
all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, this shit is hard. Like
That's dope.
that's
I didn't
real
know that you listened to
freestyles.
that. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's real dope.
I came up on that shit too. So like, I come from that era
Yeah.
of Sway and Tech and them.
Yeah, Sway and Tech was dope, bro. That's what I like. A lot of my homies be like, bro, you sound like you from the East Coast. You sound like you an East Coast rapper, bro. Woo. But it's like, that's what I grew up on. I grew up on Wu-Tang. I grew up on Mobb Deep. I grew up on Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, and all that. But for me, it was like the stuff with substance always caught me more. You know what I mean? The the rappers that were telling stories always just caught me more, and the stories were just just super dope. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, Ice Cube was dope. It was just,
it was that era with that West Coast
Exactly.
music, and it was dope.
But what changed my life, like really, was Mobb Deep, man.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep changed my life, bro. Like, as far as East Coast music, man, like, it was Mobb Deep, bro. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Prodigy, man. Like, that's my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Prodigy from Mobb Deep, man. And, them dudes, man, they just, it was crazy because at first I remember my cousin Tank for Christmas gave me an Ice Cube tape. And then my other cousin, he gave me the Mobb Deep. What was it? Was it Hell on Earth? I think it was Hell on Earth. He gave me the Mobb Deep Hell on Earth.
HOE, yeah.
Yeah, and bro, that shit changed my life. Man.
Yeah,
I was up there
right.
playing Ice Cube. He like, man, turn that
Yeah.
off, man. Put this on real quick. And I put
Yeah.
that shit on. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is
Yeah.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to take from, Cube, but it's just, Prodigy and Havoc, man, they had that sound back then, bro. And then, like you said, Sway and the Tech Show, hip hop was so great back then. It was dope. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it was real dope. Like
was real dope.
Supernatural,
Yeah.
Supernatural
Supernatural.
freestyle. Remember that fool? Like
I went to
was
one of his
hard.
shows, bro. It was crazy
Yeah.
seeing him in person, bro.
when he
Like,
did those crazy freestyles.
yeah,
man,
he was
He
dope.
would be like, just like start freestyling off of everybody what they're wearing,
Yeah.
doing or whatever.
Yeah,
You'd
he
be
was
like,
dope.
that's a talent.
Yeah, super talent, bro.
That shit was cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, that old school hip hop, man, that shit, kind of died out. It's a different era now, But some
It's
people
coming back.
still bring it back.
it's coming back right now. You
know.
got the Clips just dropped the album that was super dope.
You know who's hard? Coast Contra. You heard
Oh,
of
yeah.
Coast Contra?
Yeah,
Ooh, what is it?
you know who their dad is?
Razkaz?
Yeah.
Those are the younger brothers, right? Two of them? And not the brothers. The two of them are the
twins.
kids. The twins, right?
Twins are Rascast sons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the two twins are Rascast sons of that group. Yeah,
Yeah, those
I
fools
got a
are
song with
hard.
Rascast.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I got a song with
Oh, because he's from
Rascast.
like Inland Empire area, right?
He's from don't get me wrong. I want to say I know he's from LA somewhere. He's from LA though, but I think he's from where he from? I want to say I don't want to get it wrong.
That's dope though. You
He's
have
from
a song
LA
with
though.
him?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah,
Razkaz is hard.
it's me and him did that track like 10 years ago.
Really?
They did like 10 years ago.
Okay, so
man.
you've been pretty deep in the music for a while.
Yeah, I got
then.
videos with Snoop Dogg. I got videos with Badass, rest in peace. Yeah, I was around, bro. Like that's why I wish I didn't stop, but like everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I
I was
feel
around
it.
a lot of people, bro, when I was doing it the first time, when I was doing, putting out music, cuz I have a lot of music out under a different name. So this is my real name, Travion, but I got music out under Fresh Air. You know what I mean? So if you Google Fresh Air, you'll see all type of music, bro, all type of videos, you know what I'm saying, that I got out before I stopped, you know what I mean? But if I feel like if I would have kept going, you know what I mean, I would be in
Yeah.
a different predicament as far as the music, but then, wouldn't be no fitness, wouldn't be
Nah, I
this,
feel
wouldn't
it.
be that. So,
Different paths, you know what I
exactly,
mean?
Different
Yeah.
paths.
So,
Yeah. They're all meeting though. All roads will lead to greatness, you know what I'm
facts,
saying?
facts. man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
But shit, we're gonna get ready to close out, Travion.
For
So
sure, man.
if you wanna shout out to the camera,
Hey, the camera right
Yeah,
here.
let
I'm
them
tripping. I
know,
was
yeah.
about to
Plug
shout out
your
to them back
Instas.
there. I want to shout out to the people that's behind the cameras too, though, man. Thank y'all, man, for having me. And I want to shout out all my bros. You know what I'm saying? All my athletes. My family. Just shout out people in general, man. Believe in yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself, man, and know that anything that you want in life, you can, achieve it, man. And you heard it right here. You know what I'm saying? And salute my boys for having me on the podcast. And
Yes, sir.
Travion on all platforms. That's TraVeon. Peace.
Yeah.
ooh, thank you,
Shout
man.
out
We
Travion.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys, bro.
Sir.
That was dope.